we are from Taiwan, and this is our film in Claremont Film Festival. And name Ren. He's the director, Xu Changhao, and I'm the producer, Hu Suicai.
Edmund Yo. I'm from Malaysia, but now I'm based in Tokyo. So the short film that's showing here in Clermont-Ferrand is Inhalation. So should I give you a synopsis of Inhalation?
So this is the first time I came to Clermont-Ferrand, because Clermont-Ferrand is the best short film festival in the world, and apply, and I'm happy I was selected by the lab competition.
We have one Korean short films, which is in international competition this year. It is Promise of Spring Day, and we have another film, children program.
We are from Malaysia, so actually we are a independent filmmaking company, and we make films. That's our main activity, and also we are trying to do the distribution ourselves. And so this time, with the support, the financial support from our government, we try to. So we come here. Here we are to sell our films, and promoting our films, to overseas.
I am Henry Burgos from the Philippines, and my film was already screened on the last Sunday, at the Cup 2 p.m. and it will also be screened on tomorrow 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. and then Saturday at around 4 p.m. both in Cup 2, the big theater.
I came here to look for film, and then I also introduced Thai film to the festival.
Came here is like a dream, and we've never experienced like this today. So we are excited, and we don't know how to say our story.
Claremont is very famous market for short films, and in Korea it's not easy for distribute short films to Korea, and it's the good way to introduce our short films. So that's why I attend here and present our short films.
L'accès pour tous les citoyens à l'éducation, à l'art, la culture et la connaissance. Mais nous formulons l'espoir que rien n'est joué d'avance.
I mean, Clermont-Ferrand, I always knew that all this while Clermont-Ferrand is a very prestigious film festival, and being here, is definitely the best way to allow audiences to view my films. So so this is one of the main reasons. And I mean, I'm also a fan of French cinema, and I'm very influenced by the French New Wave, of course. So I thought since my film is sort of like a homage to the French New Wave, I might as well hope that this film can play in France itself. So I'm very happy that it's doing the European premiere here. I'm sure that over the years, many young filmmakers have developed and established themselves through this platform. So for me, I think this is definitely a fantastic chance. It's like the Cannes Film Festival, but for short films.
And I like Clermont-Ferrand so much. It's a very peaceful and beautiful city, and the people, the atmosphere, and the audience here are the best in the world, because they have a strong passion to the cinema. So, and you can imagine, like in the lab, lab competition, the experimental style films, and just the theater is full. It's like it's incredible, beautiful city. Yeah. I'm living in China now.
Okay.
I'm in China now. But last year, I just back from Canada to China. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that okay?
It's always a good thing for a director to attend a festival and present a film because in a festival, the directors, the filmmakers can meet the audience, especially the audience who can always appreciate their films, and also it's good for the filmmakers to meet other filmmakers. It's a very inspiring place for a filmmaker, I think.
I think it's one of the very impressive festival. Not only it's have a very big market, but it's also the place that I think all the people coming and really also the excitement of seeing the audience very enthusiastic about seeing film, which is not so common in Asia that you see people lining up for short film. So that's one thing that I really like to come here.
Basically, for we filmmakers do have their own reasons for our films to be shown abroad. In my case, I guess I want the public to be informed, or at least contribute in my own little way, that this is the realities happening in our country, and somehow through the film as an art form, I want to explore its potential to somehow contribute to the improvement of the state in our country, say the given poverty and the given state of the environment, say the global warming. In the case of this, in our film, Painted Reality, that's the very core of, or the main reason for doing it.
We sent our film to Clermont-Ferrand because it's the largest and the oldest short film festival in the world. So we don't know that we before this we just sent our film, but in 2009 one of our short films won the grand prize here. So the filmmaker came here. So we learned that it's a really good festival, and it also has a good market. So we think we should really come here, especially we are now working on online short film distribution website to help the filmmakers, Asian filmmakers, to promote and distribute their films online to professionals. So we think we should come and study the market and do some research thing. Basically, it's like a learning trip.
Is Miss Chen Jianchun, and you can call her Jane. She is the Thank you. She is the deputy secretary of our organizing committee. We are a fairly new festival. Last year is only our first edition. So and also our festival is the only one and the first one short film festival in China, and also Clermont-Ferrand is the biggest short film festival in the world. So we heard that in China, that's why we are here. We want to learn some successful experiences from the Clermont-Ferrand Festival. And when we arrived here, it's actually very amazing. We found this festival very spectacular, and we opened our horizon. And everything is so great here, and everybody is so nice, and the organization is so great. We arrived here on 7th, so it's now been 3 days, and the staff of the Clermont-Ferrand is very considerate, and they really care to the every detail of the organization work, and we feel very moving by their wonderful service. And so we would also like to thank the organizers of Clermont-Ferrand for their help and for this opportunity to present our award here. And
Well, our company is for independent film company, but usually in Korea, it's not really easy to present short films or independent films. But I think it's very important to introduce to audience, for short films and independent films as well. Korean culture. What is the relationship between Korean culture and these independent movies? I don't know exactly. But especially for this film, I think the director represents the Korean culture, of Koreans' typical housewife. They always sacrifice for their husband and children. So this film represents Korean cultures, very well.
This film is about Taiwan Aboriginal lifestyle and some traditional, maybe pray for rain or some. So it's very important for us to let the whole world know that there's still a lot of Aboriginal in Taiwan, and we still treasure them, and we will not forget the maybe some meaningful things they gave us. So we wanna present to the whole world, and this is a very useful method to let the whole world know us. So because Taiwan is a small island, and we have this chance to come here and chance to send our message to the whole world. It's very useful. We Taiwan send maybe thousands of film making to here, and we've been chosen for only one. That's really proud. Yes.
我们老师也跟我们分享说，他觉得这个比较好。
And our teacher named Liao Qinsong as an editor in Taiwan. He's very famous, and he told us that this is a very big festival, and you must go there, and no matter what happens, you should go there.
No, I mean, for me, I've only been to Malaysia, been in Japan for nearly 3 years. So for the past few years, I've been alternating. I've been flying around, making, sometimes I make a Japanese film with a full Japanese crew and cast. Then sometimes I make a film in Malaysia with a Malaysian cast and crew. Sometimes I try to bring them together. So before I came here, I had a different film called Exhalation. This is a purely Japanese film. But now the one that I have here is Inhalation. That's fully shot in Malaysia and with Malaysian cast and crew. So I like the balance. I feel that being in Japan and being in Malaysia, I have a different sort of view on the country itself. So being in Japan, I have a more objective, a more distanced view of Malaysia. But at the same time, being a Malaysian, like the way I view at Japan, you know, I also bring like my own cultural upbringing and all this stuff. So I am hoping that the works that I create are can reflect my own background. Yeah.
I think the culture is already in the making itself. Like you don't have to try to make a culture film because when you make a film, you already live in certain culture. So I don't really believe in that kind of culture film. Sometimes it can be pretentious. It can be how can I say? So it's good if they appreciate their culture and they make it. But if they live in, because I think now after the globalization, the world has become more and more the same, and it's nothing wrong if they reflect their own culture and it's similar. And I think more and more it's like that. Yeah, but there's a trend of try to make film like a exotic film or try to make their own culture exotic, and sometimes I don't really see that's the point.
One of the tenets or principles when doing film is you must be culturally correct, because a film that is truthful to its referent, to its culture, is worthy of past, present, and future recognition. So being culturally correct is inevitable or imminent among the materials or the films that we're doing, because that is supposed to be given and should be accordingly satisfying for the film to be appreciated well by the larger population, the viewing public.
Hiện tại thì bây giờ tôi đang ở rạp shop Govia. Hôm nay là buổi chiếu phim của cái cụm International I7. Khi mà vô đây thì tụi tôi xếp hàng rất là dài và chờ cũng hơi bị lâu. Cái cảm giác là nếu như mà những người làm phim mà tới đây mà được nhìn thấy mà mọi người xếp hàng như vậy để xem phim mình thì chắc là rất vui.
Yeah, I'm Chinese director for sure, but I mean for the art, there's no border. Okay, so but this film is based on the big earthquake occurred in China 2008. So, but I don't think it's a work about Chinese culture. No, it's not that. It's a general, universal expression, which is really present the human conditions in this time, which is the disasters frequently occur in this time, and so it's a spiritual. I think that it's a spiritual work. So it's not say okay, it's about the Chinese culture, Asian culture. So no, it's not. To me, it's this film is for all the audience in the world. There's no border for that.
In Malaysia, in the cinema, in the theater, we only get to watch Hollywood films, Bollywood films, and some very commercial films. So actually, like Vietnam cinema, it's still a very new thing to us, especially the audience back home. And for filmmakers, also it's quite new. We can only get the chance to watch it in the festivals.
I'm more into Iranian films by Abbas Kiarostami and Thai, Japanese films, but no. Who are the directors from Vietnam?
Of course, as I've said before, the only one that I know, unfortunately, is a French Vietnamese, Tran Anh Nhung. And but actually last year when I was at the Busan Film Festival, I saw a Vietnamese film called Floating Lives. It's a very beautiful film. So that might be the first pure Vietnamese film that I've ever seen, and yeah, it's very fascinating.
Sorry, I knew this. Yeah, because we only know maybe Chen Yinxiong.
We do have far too often than not. They're mostly European films. We have Cine Europa tied up with Shangri-La, the mall, and then we do have Tokyo Film Exhibition. Other countries, they're still in progress. The process of exhibiting other Asian films in our country perhaps they're a work in progress. But as for definitive answer, if the countries exhibiting Asian films, that I still do not know, because even our films, the Filipino films, they are in this state of struggle, because we can't blame the Filipino people from not consuming the quote and unquote socially realist films, because right now even the mainstream films in our country are hypothetically in the state of death because of the present sociological reason in our country. And you can't blame the people for that, because they wouldn't care for films. They are after for survival. That's their end cause. So our duty as filmmakers, I guess, is to offer an alternative to the mainstream films where the common themes are love, the usual domestic flicks, horror, comedy. So we as filmmakers, independent filmmakers, I guess, do have that noble, quote and unquote, responsibility to help the government, at the very least, inform the people. It's not that messianic. It's just that I guess that's the best thing an artist can do.
We filmmakers in Taiwan, we cannot see too much beside popular film. We can only see popular film or French or American. Yeah, so it's hard to see another country's film to let us know. So.
Many Asian films have been showing it in Clermont-Ferrand. I mean, it's a fantastic platform. Of course, I don't really try to think that far about whether the film will be getting any distribution after that. But you know, being here, being able to meet like other filmmakers and all these audiences who appreciate real films, you know, I'm very excited. So it's definitely a great place. Like it's fantastic. Yeah.
Clermont-Ferrand is very good place for young filmmaker. I mean, not only their film is in the competition for a lot of audience to see, but for them to come here and experience the different kind of cinema, to share to meet other filmmaker. I think it's very, very good, because in the almost past 10 years, there are filmmakers that come here as a young filmmaker, and after that they went back and make feature film, and many of them become a very successful feature filmmaker in Thailand. Yeah, and they have their film here first. So I think it's a kind of good background for them to begin with. Yeah.
I mean, for me, I always feel that the best advice is just to pick up any camera, you know, be it a mobile phone or a small camera, a camcorder or anything, and just like start shooting. And I mean, that's pretty much how I started. So I'm sure this is probably the best way. It's better to shoot immediately than to wait the whole life for your funding and having enough people to shoot your big film. So pick up a camera, do it now.
We are all just students, so we don't know how to give advice to another student. So we can only do maybe just keeping learning and share experience to another maybe country or your classmates or another film interested in film. Some people, yeah. So maybe watch much more movie and trying, because we are just lucky to come here, so we don't have we don't know how to give any advice to maybe somebody like us, so cheer together. Yeah, just
For the cinematic expression, there's no border. Is whatever you come from, but the content and the thing you want to express, that's the core. So to me, I have no any problem about this is Asian film, that's the Western film. For sure, they have difference. They have they're very different because of the culture or something like that. But the film is not it's not only about culture. It's to me it's about the human. So, but now the Asian film for sure is like in the world it was get more attention by the world cinema for sure. Yeah. Like the Thailand film, it's Apichabang. So yeah, it is. But I don't think it's just because you come from Asia. Okay, you need more attention. No, supposed to be really depends on what you did and what you express. That's the important thing. Yeah, art is no border.
En 2011.